Isaac Newton once said, "What goes up must come down." Actually, apparently, he never said that, but he was wrong about one thing coming down: the cost of living. Unfortunately, prices aren't affected by gravity, and they're only going in one direction. So folks are doing what they can, cutting back on expenses like eating out, streaming services, shopping, and more. But there's one expense that often goes under the radar: transport. From petrol to tolls to insurance to rideshare bills, it can cost a small fortune just to leave the house. So here are 5 ways you might be able to lower your transport costs this year. We've partnered with Placey to help us with this video. The Placey app helps you compare the cost of rideshare, taxis, driving, and even public transport for each trip. You don't need multiple apps and accounts with Placey. You can book rideshares, taxis, and more from one easy-to-use app with the one account. They're also running an exclusive offer for our viewers right now. Use the code FINDA10 at sign up to get $10 off each of your first 3 rides booked through Placey. As always, terms and conditions apply. Rideshare apps are great, but they're not perfect. For example, surge pricing can make your trip much more expensive. Unless you're comparing multiple services side by side, it's hard to know if you're getting good value. Downloading a travel aggregator app like Placey allows you to compare several of your ride options in one spot. You can compare rideshares, taxis, black cars, or limos. You can also see what your trip would look like by public transport, driving, by bicycle, or motorbike. You can even find out how long it will take by walking. Plus, Placey will tell you how many calories or carbon emissions you've burned on your trip. So whether you're comparing a taxi or tricycle, you can understand the full range of your options and see how much they'll cost you. Petrol prices are at record highs and drivers are feeling the pinch. The best thing you can do to save on fuel is to compare prices. Now that used to involve calling up or driving around to local servos, but there are now apps in every state that can help you find the best price. Our editor Alex will now make the names of these apps magically appear on screen. For one, service your car regularly to spot any issues that can cause extra petrol use, like this. There's also just driving less. If you can walk, ride, take public transport instead, that's always an option too. Carpooling can also be fun. You can catch a ride to work with one of your friends.
Who are you?
I'm Jess, I sit next to you at work.
Tom, I work from home.
Wrong car. If you live near a big city or spend a lot of time on the roads for work, you're probably familiar with tolls. When it comes to saving on tolls, you have 2 main options: rerouting your trip or signing up for an e-tag. Rerouting can definitely save you some cash, but it can also really disrupt your day. There's often extra travel time and extra petrol costs, so it's not always the best solution. And although you can pay tolls without an e-tag, there tends to be extra admin costs involved. By signing up for an e-tag, you can generally save yourself some cash in the long run. A lot of people don't pay much attention to car insurance once they've bought it. They just pay the premium and get on with their day. But you should be reviewing your car insurance at least once a year to make sure you're not overpaying. By comparing your car insurance options, you can often make big savings. If it's been a while since you've last reviewed your policy and you feel you're paying too much, well, it might be time to look at other options. One place to compare policies is finder.com.au. You'll find a huge selection of policies to suit your needs. One of the easiest ways to save on transport costs is to just stay at home. Work from home arrangements have become much more common in recent years. So if you're in a role where your job can be done from home, why not talk to your manager? By working from home more often, you can save on travel costs. But it's also a great way to reclaim the time you spend commuting and to spend more time with your family. There you have it, 5 ways to lower the cost of transport in 2023. We hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure you smash those like and subscribe buttons below. And if you're looking for other ways to save some cash this year, make sure that you check out some of the many articles we have on the topic at finder.com.au or the other videos on this channel.